into the American Army and go from there?
Yeah, well, basically, John's family were from Sparrow in Tralee, and in the 50s they immigrated, as many families did. John and his siblings were kids. They moved to New York. John went to high school, and after high school he joined the US Army. He initially trained as a paratrooper in the 101st Airborne, and he applied for pilot training. He was accepted. He first went to Fort Benning in Georgia to do his initial helicopter training, and then on to Fort Rucker in Alabama to qualify. And once he was qualified, he then found himself on a ship bound for Vietnam.
I see there's a photo of him here online with his shark gunship, and there's actually there's a painting on the shark. He must have been a very kind of a brave fella when you describe how many times he was shot down, and resilient as well.
He was, and I've spoken to from the US with John O'Sullivan in Vietnam. One man actually I spoke to, if you know the Cornish US Army helicopter, the Black Hawk. John O'Sullivan and this other pilot were actually two of the pilots on the Black Hawk program in the 70s and 80s in the US Army. So John was a legend in the States. John had so many medals. John was only he rose to the rank of a major, but he had so many medals on his chest. Generals just actually had to salute him.
Really?
Because the only medal he didn't get was the Medal of Honor, and he didn't get the Medal of Honor because he wasn't an American citizen when he was in Vietnam. He was naturalized when he came back from Vietnam, but that's the only medal he didn't get, and if he had gotten that, he would have been the most highly decorated pilot in US Army.